All right, guys. What time is it?
Closing time.
No, Vic. It's clobbering time.
No, it's butchering time. So we're here. Everybody's ready. We got the stuff set up. It's time for us to take these little chicken nuggies and make them more nuggies. They're not nuggies anymore. They actually they're good size, a good butchering size. What we would consider young bird. So they're averaging about 4.5, 5 pounds, not plucked. So you can tell, you got a yard full of people. It should go pretty smooth.
Chicken walk. You gonna walk?
You can use the lockers, but it takes 2 people. One person has to hold the head. One person locks. Want to swirl them around. Somebody needs to time me. I forgot.
You're at 7 seconds.
But what you can do, you want to swirl them.
Well, we made it through our first set of birds, first 25, with my buddy Philip right here and his wife, and it went really quick. They've actually done it before, but they are y'all used to just plucking it with your hands, right? Mm-hmm. So it was definitely something new.
All day.
Yeah. So it's definitely new for them to use the chicken plucker. How long we've been doing this? What time is it?
I'd say about 40 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't even take an hour for us to do 25 birds. So we have 50 birds left to do, and that's ours. And my buddy and my friends the Jordans, their birds. His wife's not paying attention. But now it's time for my wife to get her hands dirty. You can see I got some blood on me and stuff. I'm cutting the heads off.
Here. You smear a little.
So after a solid 20-minute break that we all decided to have. Wes, thank you for being here. I told y'all Wes. That's perfect. Told y'all Wes was coming. He's been a great help, showing us what to do. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I heartfelt thank you.
You're welcome. I agree.
This is,
Hey, I did say
you can tell who eats cheese sticks while butchering chicken.
Are you a peeler or are you a biter?
I'm a peeler, unless my hands are full of have blood all over. Yeah, that's weird. Everybody bites string cheese. Well, we were lucky the rain held off on us, and honestly, it took us, 2 hours to do 75 birds in 2 hours. Many hands make light work. It was good. Our setup was pretty simple. Right here is where we have our scalders. We got the kill cone setup that I made, chicken plucker, bam, right over to the tables where we had everybody gutting them, folding them, and put them in the coolers. So it definitely was an experience. Again, very glad that Wes came and was able to show us, give us some hands-on expertise. So we got our coolers here, and we'll give them 24 hours, and then we'll bag them up and stuff, and they'll go to freezer camp.
3 days later.
All right, well, we had our chicken butchering. Now what? The chickens are all cleaned and put in coolers. So what are we supposed to do now? So you guessed it, time to package our birds. Well, we're in the garage. You see I got a fan and there's some tables behind me. So what I'm about to do is I'm gonna grab these chickens, not a bunch of them at one time, just because the fan has a purpose.
Luke, I am your father.
This fan is hopefully going to keep the flies off of our chickens, because we've got to let them dry a little bit before we can package them. So now we're just sitting here waiting for the water to heat up. We're gonna let it get to about 180, 195. That's what the bags recommend the temperature being. So I'm not gonna get too many out. Right now I have 5 birds out. Letting them kind of dry off a good bit before you package them. I'm gonna use some paper towels to pat down. I did line my table with paper towels. It's a little bit easier if you use like towels. You can go to like somewhere to get real cheap towels that you can use. And we didn't have any, so that's why I'm using paper towels. Whatever works for you. You know, it ain't gotta be perfect. So of course the fan is going to help dry them off too. I mean, that just makes sense, constant airflow. And the reason, of course, I'm not talking in there is because the fan's going and you wouldn't hear me. So I'm going to be doing this back and forth stuff. Makes for it's good content, right? Keeps you engaged. Watch what I'm doing. I'm going to show you how the instructions on our heat shrink bags say to do this, and it's been working out pretty well so far. Our temperature of the water is right at 190, 95, something like that. So you don't have to hold it in too long. You don't want to cook the bird in the bag. So you got your straw, you got your bag. Now my fan has been on while I'm doing this, so I've been letting the wind blow the bag open. So now you might see me struggle a little bit getting the bird in. So you take the head and put it down. So you got the head of your bird at the bottom of your bag. You take your straw and you put it right into that cavity. Okay, right into the cavity. Put the straw right into the cavity right there. And you're going to tuck them legs in. The first one I didn't do too well, so I learned you got to tuck the legs in, and then you're going to twist. That way it's nice and tight. Get your zipper tie, and you're going to bring that zipper tie right to your legs. Okay, right to your legs. Tighten it down. Boom. Now you're going to walk over to your water. Give that bird a little bath in this bag. A couple dunks. Be alright. It says hold it in there for 5 seconds. But like I said, the temperature is actually probably right, so we'll hold it in there for 5 seconds. So you got, I do it dunks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Then it says to hold it out for 10 seconds while it continues to shrink.
I was in the pool! I was in the pool!
Alright, once you've waited 10 seconds, it says to wait 10 seconds. Then you pull the straw out. Then you tighten up that zip tie. Boom. There you go. So I've been sticking it in this cooler right here. Let them just give them a place to stay so they don't get too warm. It came with stickers, so later on, clip off this zip tie, slap your sticker on there, you're good to go. Well, we finished packing up our chickens. They are now in the freezer, except for about 9. 9 of them I'm going to cut up and attempt to can them. So Jess said I could borrow her pressure canner, and we'll learn how to do that. That's a different video. This video is now transitioning to the rest of just today. That makes sense. That makes sense. So the birds, freezer. Their feet, some of them are in here, and then some are in a cooler, and they're about to be vacuum sealed in 4s. So 2 chickens in 1 bag, so that we can make stock and broth, whatever you need to do. Thaw them out, boil them up, do the thing.